say, Charles, you're rich. You can ride it out. I've lost more money than anyone listening to this. Over $3 billion now. It'd have been real easy to cash out. Just walk away. And do you think I honestly care if I lose it all? Do you think I'm doing this for money? You're pretty mistaken if you do. There's a reason I'm not in the Epstein files. There's a reason I didn't get rolled up in FTX. There's a reason why when all these scandals seem to happen, my name doesn't seem to be mentioned in them.
Now that there was Mr. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, the sleeping giant. Now he's experienced over $3 billion worth of unrealized losses. And that there means that the value of his holdings has diminished significantly. And regardless of that, he has chosen not to sell any of his holdings. In my opinion, that is the very definition of a holder or a hodler. And many of you guys want to learn from this guy. And it is no small wonder that he's a billionaire, because that is the way how to do it. You guys better take notes from him, you see, because that is the way. And many of you guys out there, I'm pretty sure since this bloodbath had begun, have experienced losses on varying degrees, including myself. I mean, that's kind of unavoidable when you're dealing with cryptocurrency. You're going to experience some kind of unrealized losses, which is basically holding on to your portfolio and not selling, regardless of experiencing some type of capitulation, some kind of depreciation. So that makes many of you guys out there, I'm pretty sure, feel a little bit better, if I can say that, because you're, in comparison to the amount that this fellow here has lost, I'm pretty sure that you guys, your accounts can't even compare to what he has lost. But if he knows what I know, trust me, and I'm pretty sure that maybe he has like a clue. Perhaps he has a clue, and that's why he has been so steadfast in holding and not selling. I believe that he has an idea. He knows. He knows, guys. I know that in the future, this Mr. Hoskinson here, he's going to be one of the richest men on earth. Why is that? Why am I saying this? Well, he's the CEO. He's the owner of the sleeping giant, guys, which you guys are about to find out. This coin, Cardano or ADA, it has a stellar future, an illustrious, a grand future, guys. And its price is going to surprise the majority out there. The price of Cardano is going to surprise them. You see, hence why I call it the sleeping giant. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share my vision about this sleeping giant, Cardano or ADA, with you guys, especially for you guys that are new to my channel and have not yet heard of that vision. I'm going to go ahead and attach it here on this video. And after the vision, I'm going to attach the low limit buy prices for Cardano. And I just want to quickly mention that in the experience, when I had the vision, the part where I'd seen the blood of Jesus, it wasn't at all something gross, or it wasn't negative. I just want to make that clear. In the vision, it was clear to me it wasn't the interpretation or the feeling, the vibe in the vision. It didn't have anything to do with anything negative or demonic. No, it was quite the opposite. It had to do with something positive and very good about the coin. So I just want to make that clear right here before you guys start to listen. So you guys can go ahead. I'm going to leave the links to the original vision in the description box. You guys can go ahead and check it out whenever you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and start playing it right now so you guys can check it out. And after that, I'll speak about the low limit buy prices so you guys can set up your limit orders for Cardano, because you don't want to miss out. This coin is going to be one of the biggest cryptocurrencies in the future, if not the biggest.
Hello, beloveds. So I just want to share this vision that I had about Cardano, which is also known as ADA. This vision was given to me back in 2020. And you can find links to the original in the description box. Now, I just want to mention that at the time that I had received this vision, my mind wasn't on Cardano at all. My favorite cryptocurrency has always been and still is stellar lumens, which is XLM. I use XLM almost every day. So to me, at the time that I received this revelation, I found nothing to be special about Cardano, and it wasn't on my radar. And so now I'm going to try to explain to you guys exactly what I saw. So I was taken in this factory, and I was shown people working as they usually would in a factory setting. Now my main focus was on this huge container, which is almost the length of the entire building. This container was circular in shape, and it wasn't that high. It would reach about the height of where someone's chest is. Now, in this container was blood. Yes, beloveds, this container was filled with blood. But not just any blood. In this experience, I was well aware that this blood that was in this container in this factory belonged to none other than Yeshua, than Jesus. And trust me, I know how insane this sounds, but I'm relaying to you exactly what I saw. This container was almost the length of the entire building, and it was in the shape of a circle, like an Olympic track field. And so after I discovered that the liquid in the container was the blood of Jesus, I was taken to the back of this factory. I was being shown things, and I had the perspective from being in the air in this factory. And on the wall, the back of this factory, this is when I discovered that it was a factory of Cardano. Because there on the wall, the entire section of the wall was a massive, a huge Cardano sign. And it took up almost the entire section of that wall. And so that's when the vision ended. And when I woke up, I was like, what? In my head, I kind of sounded like Paul Bagley used to scream, what? I was like, what in the world? But I also thought to myself, I have to get some of this Cardano as soon as I can. Because by far, this is the absolute best dream that I've ever had about any cryptocurrency, even up to this date. So there you have it, guys. In this vision, I literally saw that in the Cardano factory, they were literally using the blood of Jesus to make Cardano, which is also called ADA. So, you guys do with this information what you will, and seek the Lord for guidance.
Okay, guys, so let's quickly take a look at Cardano here on the charts and see if we can find some low limit buy prices for you guys. Okay, so first we see that just recently it had crashed all the way down to 22 cents in this green candle right here. And then it was bought all the way back up, only to start selling back off, start capitulating yet again. And whenever you see this setup, we know that it's going to take out its low. It's going to further take out 22 cents. Whenever you see that, whenever you see it recovers, only to capitulate in the way that it is currently, we know that it's headed for lower numbers than the 22 cents bottom that it made right there. Let me pull it up on the weekly. Similar to this right here. So we see that this liquidation candle over here to the left, this long candle with this long wick, we see that it went all the way down to 28 cents and it was bought all the way back up. I'm telling you, the ones who bought all the way down here and got out up here at the top, they're the ones who took advantage of this move. Because I knew that it was going to go back down and take out its liquidation numbers down here at 28 cents. I knew that that was coming. I believe that I also mentioned that with several other coins that have created this liquidation candle as well. And so the ones who are experienced are the ones who would have taken the most advantage here. And so just recently, we see that it took out its liquidation numbers because it's below 28 cents. It's currently around 25 cents. And it's going to head lower. Now, for the low limit buy prices, I just pulled it up on the monthly so we can get a better view. For the low limit buy prices for Cardano, we can see right here at the bottom that its all-time low here on this chart, on the monthly chart, is 0.17. So basically around 1 cent. And I would say a good low limit buy price for Cardano would be from 2 cents, from anywhere in between 2 cents or 2 cents, literally 2 cents up to 9 cents. So there's a possibility that it could very well crash beneath 1 cent. It could crash beneath 1 cent, guys. Because the same thing applies here, as I said with XLM. Bitcoin hasn't really started crashing yet. And once it does, it could cause even Cardano to flash crash lower than many of us are expecting. And even at this price, at 1 cent or 2 cents, 2 cents or even 9 cents, anywhere in between there, 2 cents, 3, 4, 5, 7, or 8 cents, to be able to purchase Cardano at this price is an incredible steal, guys, considering where this coin is going in the future. This coin is going into the thousands of dollars. The nearest pump for this coin, first it's going up to around $7, afterwards $30, and then it's going into the hundreds. And pretty soon it's going into the thousands. Now, this coin, especially because of the revelation that Yah gave to me, I literally saw that they were using the blood of Jesus Christ to make this coin, to create Cardano, which is crystal clear. The vision that Yah gave to me, it didn't need any type of interpretation. It wasn't opaque in any way, guys. It wasn't vague, I should say. It was clear that this coin, this cryptocurrency, is the most anointed cryptocurrency. It was pretty clear. I literally saw it. They had this huge container which held like so much blood, guys. It was like around, let's say around 5, more than 5, the size of the container. It appeared as if it contained more than 5 Olympic-sized swimming pool worth of blood in it. So it was a lot of blood, guys. You see, and that blood in the vision, it was clear to me, it was known to me that it was Jesus's blood, the blood of Jesus. And that blood, they were using it to make Cardano. I mean, who could have imagined anything like that? I know I couldn't. You see, so this was a very powerful revelation that was given to me by God. And the interpretation is this. This coin is the most anointed, it's incredibly anointed. And it basically has no limits in regards to the potential of how high it will go. This coin could potentially go in the future up to the hundreds of thousands of dollars per coin, for each one of these coins. You see, so as a result, you guys can't dilly-dally with these low limit buy prices with Cardano. If you, whichever price you get it around these areas that I highlighted, you're getting it at a steal. So if you get in anywhere from 2 cents up to 9 cents, you would have most definitely gotten in at a great deal, at a steal, guys. So that is my buy price. You know, you could set some around 2, 3, 4, 5, anywhere in within there. But from it touches anywhere around 9 cents, I would say, if you can afford to, I would start accumulating, because that is one of my buy prices as well. You know, from 8 to 9 cents. But on the lower end, 1, 2, 3, 4 cents. And the same thing applies. It could potentially crash lower. But you see, we're not 100% sure, because of the liquidity that's on the different exchanges, how low it will go and how low these exchanges will allow you to set the low limit buy orders for this coin. But I wouldn't play around too much with my limit orders with this coin at all. I would want to be in the safe zone. And I say that the safe zone for this coin is basically from, like you see right here, around 1 cent up to 9 cents. So anywhere within that price range, guys, within from 1 cent up to 9 cents is a good place to set some low limit buy orders for this future giant, the sleeping giant of cryptocurrency that may very well take over from every other else cryptocurrency. You see, so don't dilly-dally with this coin, guys, and your limit buy orders for Cardano. Please position yourselves and prepare. So there you have it. I've washed my hands clean. I've told you about it. I've shared the revelation. You guys, please do with the information what you will. Now, that's all I'm going to say concerning this very blessed, very prophetic, very anointed cryptocurrency, Cardano. You guys, please take care. Peace. Shalom.